I think is the best thing that happened to me, just finding the YWCA and then the single moms group, because the struggles are real. I had no one else to talk to, and they just knew.
When we think about YWCA Metro Vancouver and our 125-year history, the first thing that comes to mind is the community that makes this organization what it is. From the individuals that participate in our programs, to the donors who support the work, to the staff who invest their time and spirit, it is a mighty community that spreads across the region and impacts the social fabric of our lives.
The YWCA fostered a sense of belonging, just knowing that I wasn't alone, just knowing that I have this cheering squad is what it feels like, because I get emails once a year to invite me to reapply for the scholarship, and I think, wow, okay, I can keep going. I honestly don't know if I would have kept going if I didn't have the YWCA and the future scholarship.
Social psychologists have identified 4 key elements needed to create a community as lasting as ours. The first is membership, or a feeling of belonging. When the YWCA opened in August 1897 in a small cottage at 633 Homer Street, it instantly became a safe, welcoming refuge for young single women. The boarding house community served as an anchor for women excited to create a new life in a rapidly developing metropolis. Membership grew, and the YWCA advanced into the second element of community: influence.
Like, I would say one thing I really appreciated about the YWCA was that even in accessing funds, that they were trying to make it as low barrier as possible. And then the other thing, actually, even in the application form itself, so the way that was formed, I actually liked, because it was helpful for me. It was even accessing the funds, I had to kind of do some self-reflection, which was helpful. It was trying to think, why do I need this? Do I need this? Yes, I do. And in it, we had to present a budget. And you know what? That was really helpful for me, because I'd never been a budget kind of person. And I was like, oh, I do need to do this.
Early on, the YWCA eagerly listened and responded to its members' needs in a fast-changing world. We began expanding facilities and programs to keep up with the city's increasingly diverse population. In the 1950s, English classes served 500 students a week, and a nursery school and teen residence were introduced. Services focused on supporting women's social, physical, and mental well-being. By 1960, the traditional women's role was changing, and so was the YWCA. This era saw clubs for single mothers, a program for First Nations youth, a focus on exercise, sports, and health, job training for immigrant women, and outreach for young people. In 1979, we opened Monroe House, Canada's first second-stage transition house for women and children leaving abuse. The YWCA was influenced by the people who sought us out, and we influenced the world around us. The third element of community is fulfillment, which means something different to everyone.
The biggest positive thing that has come out of all of this, out of accessing the future scholarship and going back to school, is just my empowerment for myself, because I didn't think I was capable of that.
I think being connected with the YWCA and being a bursary recipient gave me a sense of pride and accomplishment, and just having that positive reinforcement, whoa, what you're doing is amazing. That's what everyone that I've connected with through the Y has been really sensitive to what I've experienced, and has sort of said, this is, you're a strong person. And getting that and hearing that, it helps me internalize it.
Employment services, parent resources, and programs for children and teens evolved with the times. We opened the Pender Y to support the Chinese community, helping immigrants find and create their own thriving community. And we founded Crabtree Corner to support women and families in the downtown east side to discover their own paths toward fulfillment. This leads us to the fourth key element of community: a shared emotional connection. A century and a quarter of serving the community has shown us that what we have in common is so much stronger than our differences, that we all share a desire to be safe, connected, and to have opportunities to thrive. We recognize that our history exists within Canada's colonial history, which continues to impact Indigenous peoples today. We know that without changes to our policies, programs, and practices, as well as changes to larger social systems, there can be no reconciliation.
It's so important that these organizations continue to be able to help single moms out there, women out there, people like me who just felt very alone. They help give people strength and support in times of need, and to keep going, and being able to give back, because now I can see myself starting to give back.
Like, just so appreciative of the kind of support and kindness that I've been treated with by everyone that works at the YWCA, and that I hope that it's around for 125 years to come.
In our 125th year and beyond, we will continue to examine, evolve, and focus on equity, inclusion, and reconciliation. The YWCA, which was started by 4 women in 1897, has grown into an organization that serves tens of thousands of people every year, supporting them as they work to achieve their hopes and dreams. As we look toward the road ahead, uncertain as it may seem at times, we will continue to build a community that is just and equitable, one that gives us all hope for the future.